Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable members of parliaments, respected leaders, distinguished executives, respected guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. May peace be upon you all. It comes as a great privilege to address this prestigious forum that brings together a unique conference of world leaders, parliamentarians, and experts to discuss and strategize a joint global endeavor for peace, conflict, resolution, and coexistence on Korean Peninsula and also the world at large. I thank the Royal Government of Cambodia and Universal Peace Federation for the opportunity to share my views with such a discerning audience. I strongly recommend the organizers for making this World Summit 2022 the Summit for Peace on the Korean Peninsula. Global fora like these provide an important mechanism to forge strong partnerships and joint action to address critical issues like global peace and security through dialogue, understanding, and consensus. I strongly concur that the World Summit 2022 will open the way to the world peace by envisioning the Korean Peninsula as an economic, cultural, educational, environmental, and interfaith hub in the East, and a gateway to a world in which all of humanity can enjoy lives of mutual prosperity, interdependence, and shared universal values. Ladies and gentlemen, present turbulent times that have forced humanity into a morass of challenges on peace, stability, and human development fronts bring into question the very survival and future of mankind. War is never a solution to settling differences, issues, and conflicts. Reliance on military superiority and discretionary recourse to wars has become increasingly dysfunctional. At a time when conflicts continuing in different parts of the world threaten global order, peace, security, and development. Our challenge lies in delicately balancing the critical equation between peace and development. The writing on the wall is very clear. There can be no human development without peace. Conflicts and confrontations sap and divert precious economic resources from human development to security, thereby stalling human development. Ending poverty and hunger, ensuring human rights, improving health and education, making cities more sustainable, combating climate change, and protecting the environment are all essential sustainable development goals that cannot be achieved without peace. Peace is indispensable for the development and nourishment of our civilization, and it must be maintained by all means. Therefore, our joint quest for stability and order, economic and social progress, and respect for human rights, as also set forth in the Charter of the UN, carries a special premium. We must join hands and make concerted efforts to douse the raging fires of conflicts, animosities, and distrust, impeding progress and well-being of our people through increased cooperation, harmony, and dialogue. It is time to build bridges between minds and hearts. It is time to build convergences and shun divergences. It is time to move from escalation to de-escalation. I firmly believe, ladies and gentlemen, that conflict resolution, building trust and understanding based on mutual respect must be our priority, as being is indispensable to human existence on the planet, let alone peace and stability on the Korean Peninsula. Protecting the future for the people of the world presupposes an ethos of responsibility, which in turn rests on the willingness by both the powerful and the disempowered to rely much more on cooperative and non-violent means to achieve order and change. Pakistan, being a responsible and peace-loving country, is making constant endeavor for ensuring peace and amity for our present and future generations. We believe that conflict and animosity lead to destructive and contagious toxic harvest inimical to human development and peaceful world order. Based on this vision, Pakistan seeks to promote regional and international peace and stability by actively promoting cooperative and inclusive development and shared prosperity within the region and beyond. Keeping with its international obligations and its commitment to the United Nations Charter, Pakistan strongly upholds friendship and cooperation in interstate relations on the basis of sovereign equality, mutual respect, and benefit, non-interference, and peaceful settlement of disputes. A case in point is Pakistan's highly instrumental role as a facilitator and supporter of Afghan peace process. Ladies and gentlemen, peace and stability in the Korean Peninsula is closely linked with the peace and stability of Asia-Pacific region and of the world as a whole. Creating an environment conducive for peace to flourish requires strong political will and well-coordinated multi-stratum efforts on intergovernmental, interparliamentary, and multilateral fronts. I strongly believe that parliamentary diplomacy is an important aspect of regional conflict prevention and peace-building initiatives. We parliamentarians, often operating in the context of regional parliamentary forums, can play useful conflict prevention and resolution roles through inter-parliamentary dialogues in building bridges where governmental initiatives have met with little success. Enhanced inter-parliamentary efforts in tandem with conventional and track 2 diplomacy can provide us a mechanism through which we can make a real difference in promoting shared ideals of peace and reconciliation in not just the Korean Peninsula, but also throughout conflict hotspots in rest of the world. However, for this to happen, we must consolidate partnerships at the global, regional, and country levels to deepen support for peace. The rapidly changing and increasingly interlinked peace and security environment calls for effective and mutually reinforcing regional and sub-regional partnerships, flexible and responsive to the complex realities on the ground. We, the parliamentarians, must collectively work towards promoting inter-parliamentary dialogues and cooperation for fostering and lasting peace. Ladies and gentlemen, peace is a process, not an event. A peace regime thus represents a comprehensive framework of declarations, agreements, norms, rules, processes, and institutions aimed at building and sustaining peace. The process of developing a peace regime on the Korean Peninsula will require devising an effective framework that addresses the central concerns of each party. The task ahead may be difficult, but by no means an impossible feat. I am confident that through concerted efforts and continuity of dialogue and deliberations through such forums, we can devise a mutually agreeable framework of action and broad strategy to ensure lasting peace and reconciliation on the Korean Peninsula. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Former Prime Minister from the Islamic Republic of Pakistan.